I'm praying.
You're praying, I'm praying.
Well, it's the year 2000, and it's spring break in Panama City. Beautiful weather. I pull into my hotel. I'm with a group of guys from Chattanooga. I pull into the hotel, and I see these neon projectiles flying from the balcony. Next thing you know, I get on the elevator. It's my fellow. He said, "Hey, give me one of those." Woof. Throw it. Boom. We hit a police car. This is how I meet Frank Taylor. That's how every best friend's relationship should start. Panama City.
Hey, man.
Woo!
At least a girlfriend or two. No, I'm kidding, man. I love you. So when Frank asked me to be his best man, the first thing I said, "Oh, sweet, I get to give a speech?" I said, "Yeah, of course." And I'm going, uh-oh. This is actually going to be pretty difficult because, as all of us know, Frank, there's a legend that just, it's stored around him. The stories that come with Frank outlive themselves, and as they're retold, you go, "Oh man, I've been a part of a few of those. There's a few I'm going to tell, and there's a few where I'm not." So I decided to put together a top 10 list, and it's going to be a PG version, and it's very consolidated. And I wrote it on the flight to Las Vegas to meet Frank 2 weeks ago for a meeting. So bear with that in mind because this could be not so great, but I'm hoping that it portrays Frank, who he really is as a person, and who he is as a guy I've grown to love over the years. So bear with me. I wrote this on a shopping bag. This is the only piece of paper I had, but here we go. So number 1, Frank holds the Tennessee state record for a front tooth removal. True story, University of Knoxville, under 2 seconds.
Woo!
Saw it happen.
Baby.
Come on, Frank!
Look at them guns.
Number 2, Frank has always wanted to be a train conductor. For those of you who don't know, he will tell you, "Hey, let's get on this train." It stops in Wildwood, Georgia, about 15 minutes from Chattanooga. 9 hours later, in the middle of December with no money, you're somewhere in Alabama with nowhere to go. Thank goodness for Mrs. Taylor. She came to get us after we slept in the stairwell of a Hampton Inn for who knows how many hours. Number 3, Joseph, wherever you are, you can attest to this. Frank actually wanted to start a school for the blind in Savannah. So one night he said, "Clint, why don't you just be the blind guy? Here's your stick, and I'll be with you. We'll speak sign language and wear sunglasses all night. We'll get in the bars for free." That worked for about 1 minute. True story. Finally, Frank said, "Hey, I'm into this climbing scene, right? You should come with me. We're going to go down to this place. You can go climbing." So we get there. No ropes, no harness. He's like, "Well, why don't you try to climb something?" I'm like, "All right, I'll climb something." 80 feet up, I freeze. I'm freaking out. My hands are lockjaw to the side of this rock. All of a sudden, here's Frank. He's like, "Hey, if you don't finish, you will die." Needless to say, I'm like, you're going to have to climb me up because I don't know what I'm doing. Number 5. So after meeting in the Panama City, they said, "Hey man, you got to come back to my house and spend the night." I spend the night in a lot of places with Frank. And anywhere there's a piano, Frank has some intervening to be Elton John. Because he'll wake up at 4 and you'll be up to him singing to a piano and going, "You just went to bed. Why are you awake? Why do you have this much energy?" But he's a horrible human being. If anybody for number 6 wants to put some money up for this, it's arm wrestling. I will put whatever you want to match me, and I'll let Frank arm wrestle you. He will beat you. It's the craziest thing. We're at Buffalo Wild Wings one night downtown before Riverbend, and this guy is arm wrestling. They might have been WWF guys. I don't know. But he beat them all. I'm going, "What? Who is this guy?" Shouldn't like him. Number 7, voting. I don't know if any of you have ever gone voting with Frank, and he probably doesn't want me to tell this, but Frank has a knack for finding free votes, and I'll leave it at that. Number 8, this is going to be even more abbreviated, but jail and bonding. He still owes me quite a bit of money. So if any of you want to bet me on arm wrestling, I will collect the winnings and keep them for myself because he owes them to me. And number 9 and 10 kind of go hand in hand. But so I had the opportunity 4 years ago when I moved from Chicago back to Chattanooga, and so right around the time H.H. Gregg was going to be no more, and I said, Frank, man, I want to start something. I'm not the typical guy. I don't really want to work for a corporate company. So let's go start a company. Let's go do something. And if I'm going to do it, I want you right there with me, because this guy can sell anything to anybody at any time. And we're 3 months into our company. We're just learning what it means to really go through the ropes. And this guy calls on to a company called Brinker. It's the 3rd largest restaurant company in the world. And 2 days later, we have a meeting. And I went, oh, God. But no, only saying that because with number 10, I decided when we were in Vegas, maybe 3 or 4 months ago after that meeting, Frank and I are sitting on the balcony. We've had a long night. We're just talking about love and relationships and life. And he actually came up to me and said something. He's like, you know what, man? We can do whatever we want to do. And this is really where I value Frank as a best friend and as a man and as a husband that I know he's going to be, because he said, look, if you value what you believe in and you believe in the people that you're around and you set goals and you do whatever it takes to accomplish those, you will. So, and it was strange while we were on this balcony on the Delano, this Drake song came on, and guys, come on out. I want to show these guys, because you know I didn't know Julie as a little girl, but she has this great haircut. So, Mr. and Mr. Powers, I don't know where you are, but the fact that you let your daughter wear this glorious mullet, I mean, wow. I don't know what kind of kids you have or are going to have, even if you want to have kids, but make sure that they have this, I mean, you got to leave it. That's your hair. And I don't know what Frank's got going on in this picture, but his chin is all scuffed up. It's cut. And he looks like he just met Bozo the Clown or something. I don't even know what he's wearing, but the only reason I'm saying that is because Frank's been a true loyal friend. He's really taught me a lot about life, what it means to love, what it truly means to be an honest guy. He came up to me one night, and this is why I'm telling you about these shirts. He said, look, if you're honest in life and you work hard, and you treat other people the way you want to be treated, life will work out. So with the toast, one, we have t-shirts for sale to support the honeymoon. If you'd like a t-shirt, make a donation. There's lots more. But the quote from Drake reads, our love is like Wi-Fi. There's no strings attached. So Frank and Joel, the toast to having no strings attached. We love you guys. Here's to a happy marriage.